people just don't care anymore because they feel like nobody cares about them. I was reading an article and listening to a podcast about the Great Resignation. People are quitting their jobs en masse because they're like, I work in this job, they treated me like crap during the pandemic, and frankly, like, I just don't care. So maybe I think that there is a general lack of like well-roundedness in our educational systems now because people don't get, they don't get the well-rounded education, and people have been learned now we just look everything up on our phones. But at the same time, like, there are plenty of really smart young people that are like starting businesses and doing great things. But I just think that in general, throughout like lower wage work, people just don't care anymore because they feel like nobody cares about them. And so when we complain, they're like, that could be happening as well.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a counterfactual. I think that's an additional factual.
Okay. Yeah. How do you say like ambifactual? I don't know. Another.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then I agree, there's just a lot of apathy and not caring about the outcome. Is it because there's just so many safety net? You can do the gig economy, you can get onto something, and do a Photoshop edit or a something on Fiverr, or you can work for Uber. You just feel like there's all these multiple safety nets. Because I think pre sort of the gig economy, you felt the bottom. I think people felt the presence of the bottom much more viscerally, and you could see the bottom, and it looked like it was made of concrete and it was hard. And now through Fiverr and through OnlyFans, or through, that's probably at the closer to the bottom, but so through Fiverr and Instawork or WeWork or Indeed.com, there's just so many layers of and Uber and Lyft and driving. There's so many ways to bring in a little bit that you're not worried about losing what you have. And I think it's concerning to me because I see it prevalent through almost every service, everything we use. We're throughout culture, that there is really a tough ability to think from one standard deviation from what they're immediately trained on.
That may be true. And by the way, I think about what you just said about this kind of safety net. Yeah, I mean, there's perception of safety. The reality is that like being an Uber driver is a super big grind, right? And like once you get into that space, you realize like many of those gig economy jobs, like you can barely scrape together a living.
Well. I know, but it stops you from bouncing off the concrete.
Yeah, totally. And I think also right now, because of like all of the stimulus that was given to people, they were able to sort of, make more not working than if they took some of these low wage jobs. So like we're in a weird time. And I think also a lot of people just like are super tired, like they're just not themselves. But I do agree with you, like we've taken work and we've made work less interesting for the people who do it. When you're just doing something so boring, like why do you care?
You're smart. I think that's it. If you're planning to become a deal maker at this level, make sure to join the Daily Dealmaker. We get into one little piece of this daily. And so you're just stacking and stacking and stacking these tools and tactics and strategies until they come out of you as naturally as they come out of me and the people that I work with. Add the tips, tools, strategies, tactics a little bit every day. And by the end of a year, you'll be a totally different, new, improved person and a very strong deal maker.